AK30 02 compact axle seals. All GR4H02 wheel gear seals and multiple disc brake O-rings can be renewed with a compact axle on the vehicle. The seals of the hydraulic pump and the hydraulic motors can only be renewed with a compact axle removed. Remove and install the seals with great care. Refer to the Special Tools and Gauges catalog for all tools with a WM number. Contact Linde FK2 for a drawing of all tools without a WM number. Renewal of the seals in the GR4H02 wheel gear. Unscrew the wheel mounting screws and remove the wheel. Place an oil pan under the wheel gear. Loosen and remove the socket head screws. Loosen the wheel gear and allow the oil to drain out.
Loop mich mal ein bisschen. So, das wird man es ausbluten ein bisschen.
Remove the wheel gear. Be careful as its weight is approximately 40 kilograms. Raise the forks and secure them against inadvertent lowering. Fasten the holding device to the forks. Install and fasten the planetary gear set in the holding device. Remove the seal. Remove the Planet Spider fastening screw. Lift out the Planet Spider assembly. Remove the two fastening screws on the ring gear. Remove the ring gear.
Sieht man das?
It is recommended heating the groove nut before removal. Install the groove nut spanner WM175 and fasten with a countersunk head screw. Loosen the groove nut with a suitable tool. A torque multiplier is the best solution. Torque to 2100 Newton meters.
Hat ja prima geklappt.
Remove the tools. Remove the groove nut. Screw in the drift.
So, jetzt müssen wir die Einstellung ändern.
Take the wheel gear out of the tool drive out the wheel shaft against a suitable support. The spacer and the tapered roller bearing will also become loose. Make the gearbox housing, the spacer for preloading the bearing and the tapered roller bearing ready for installation. Put the loose wheel shaft back into the device.
So, ist richtig, ja. Das wäre so einfach. Aber jetzt
Remove the snap ring. Pry out the shaft seal.
den wir tauschen wollen. Der kommt weg.
Clean the shaft seal seat. Put the new shaft seal in place and drive it in with a suitable tool. The closed side should be at the top.
Wird immer besser mit mir. Ich bin immer von... Das ist der Vorteil. Erst das Skript.
Checking it for correct positioning.
Ja, hat mich der Klaus davon überzeugt.
Ja, es ist immer besser. Ja, es ist immer besser.
Dann sieht man ja.
Install the snap ring and check it for proper seating.
Reicht ja.
Install the spacer. Fill half of the shaft seal inner diameter with grease. Clean the contact surface of the shaft seal on the gearbox housing. Install and align the gearbox housing. Heat the inner race of the tapered roller bearing, position it on the wheel shaft and drive it in.
Für Sicherheit schlagen wir halt nochmal nach. So, das war's. Jetzt geht's praktisch darum.
Coat the thread of the groove nut with Loctite type 270. And install it with the groove nut spanner WM175.
Richtig. So weit beidrennen, wie es geht. So, gut. Das war's.
Tighten the groove nut to 2000 plus 100 Newton meters. The use of a torque multiplier is recommended. Turn the gearbox housing several times to prevent canting. Remove the groove nut spanner.
So. Das war der Zusammenbau.
Install the seal in the recess and make sure it is properly positioned. Grease the seal.
Bitte? Nee. Das macht man sogar, weil das ist besser, den zu fixieren. Es könnte nämlich passieren, dass er in der Zeit, wo sie das dann draufsetzen, wieder raus... Da passiert nichts. Nee, da passiert nichts. Die sind ölfest und deshalb auch fettfest, ne? Also unproblematisch. So, jetzt nehmen wir dieses Teil hier.
Put the ring gear on the gearbox housing, align it and secure it with 2 socket head screws. Torque the socket head screws to 9.5 Newton meters. Install the planet spider, making sure that the toothing is properly seated.
Na, siehste.
Coat the socket head screw with a Loctite Type 270 and screw it in through the holder. Tighten the socket head screw to 23 Newton meters.
Gut. Dafür muss es ganz gut mit.
Grease the recess for the seal.
Das ist das Problem, weißt du? Weil er sich gleich.
Install the seal, being sure it is in the correct position.
Jetzt schnell Aufnahme drehen. Also es läuft schon. Perfekt.
Take the wheel gear out of the holding device and position it on the truck. Be sure that the sun gear shaft engages properly with the planet gears. Orientate the wheel gear so that the type plate is at the top. Secure the wheel gear with socket head screws.
Komm lieber nach drüben.
Tighten the socket head screws to 35 Newton meters. Install the wheel. Secure it with the hex head screws. Tighten the hex head screws to 195 Newton meters. Renewal of the multiple disc brake O-rings. Remove the wheel gear. Slide the preloading bush over the sun gear shaft. Position the pull-off bar WM10. Install the 2 puller bolts WM101 in the housing through the pull-off bar. Preload the washer until the load is removed from the circlip. Take the circlip out of the recess. Remove the device. Remove the circlip. Remove the preloading bush. Pull out the sun gear shaft. Remove the washer. Remove the springs.
Machen wir es alle draußen, jawohl.
Drive out the brake piston uniformly with 2 rods. Pry out the brake disc with an offset tool, for example circlip pliers, and remove it. Take out the plates and check them for damage and foreign objects. Remove the O-ring from the housing. Clean the housing. Insert the sun gear shaft. Install the disc plates in the correct sequence and with the holes aligned properly in relation to each other. Renew the inner and outer O-rings in the brake disc. Grease both O-rings. Install the brake disc in the proper position. The stepped side should face the worker.
So.
Using a copper pin, tap the brake disc in place. Take care not to damage the O-rings. Place a new O-ring in the rear recess of the housing. Grease the O-ring. Insert the brake piston. The holes in the spring recess should face the worker. Exercise care not to damage the O-ring in the housing. Install the springs. Put the washer in place. Put the circlip in place. Slide the preloading bush over the sun gear shaft. Position the pull-off bar WM10 Preload the washer with 2 puller bolts until the recess in the housing is visible.
Läuft.
Install the circlip in the recess
So.
and check for proper seating. Remove the tools. Install the wheel gear. Renewal of the HMF5502 hydraulic motor and HPV 10502 variable pump sealing elements. Remove the wheels. Remove the compact axle. Remove the wheel gear. Move the compact axle to favorable working position with the variable pump facing up and support it securely. Remove the hex head screw from the clutch pipe. Remove the clutch.
Gut.
Heat the clutch flange. Install the puller on the clutch flange and pull it off. Remove the puller and the hot flange. Remove the circlip. Using a sharp tool, make 2 holes with an offset of 180 grades and a diameter of approximately 2 millimeters. Screw the impact seal extractor WM109 in the shaft seal holes. Drive out the shaft seal evenly. Fill the new shaft seal with grease and position it with the closed side to the worker. Drive in the shaft seal with a suitable tool until the recess for the circlip in the housing is free. Install the circlip and check it for proper seating. Heat the clutch flange and install it on the drive shaft toothing. Drive the clutch flange on as far as possible. Disconnect the left connection on the high-pressure superimposition pipe to the variable pump. Disconnect the pipe to the right high-pressure superimposition at the pump. Remove the flushing oil pipe stud. Remove the left banjo bolt on the flushing oil pipe. Loosen the union nut on the pipe for the right high-pressure superimposition. Remove the right banjo bolt on the flushing oil pipe. Remove all tubes. Remove the 4 fastening screws on control unit M1F. Before the removal of the last screw, take care that the control unit does not fall off. Remove the control unit. Heat the top set screw in the axle housing. Remove the set screw. Heat the lower set screw. Remove the set screw. Also remove the 2 set screws on the opposite side of the axle housing. Rotate the axle housing so that the hydraulic pump faces up and support it securely. Remove 2 set screws on each side of the axle housing as already described.